Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, I'm Shruti Sawant from Batch M16 Advertising. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our guest today, Miss Nirali Shah. Nirali ma'am is a new age millennial entrepreneur and founder of My Stick Folks Media, a one stop solution for all social media, content, and designing needs. She has trained 500 plus doctors, 500 plus entrepreneurs, and empowered them with the knowledge and hacks to make the most of their social media presence. She started her journey in 2016 as a social media strategist, trainer, and has successfully managed 14 plus brands till date. She has also conducted social media training for social media and tele constellation for Pfizer Limited, trained 500 doctors, social media workshops, Teenage India, a space for teenagers. She has also conducted workshop on Canva design and reels making for WIV, a tribe of women entrepreneurs, Road Track Club of Bombay, Powai, Ortho TV, a community of doctors, Safal Life, an NGO, individual entrepreneurs, social media training hub. Tech Now for you. Please welcome Ms. Nirali Shah. I request ma'am to start this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for a warm welcome. It's totally my pleasure to be here. I feel like I'm back in college because I've been a part of MET. I've actually done my MBA from MET. I was in the EMBA batch and I have specialized in marketing. So it's a pleasure to be here amongst all of you. And I'm sure all of you all are also having a great time learning mass media and, building your future here. So, without wasting a lot of time, I'm just going to give a little brief about what Shruti spoke about me and how I got here, because I'm sure all of you are also going to head towards this path of getting into the industry, maybe take up a job or start your own business, right? So, I did my MBA, and after that, I worked in the industry for about 2 years. And after that, I started as a social media freelancer. So I'm sure you all know what a freelancer's life is. Some days you have projects, some days you don't. You're just thriving hard on ensuring that every month remains consistent, right? So I started off with as a social media manager, and from preparing quotations to doing follow-ups, from sending proposals to, you can say, making creatives, and also strategies, postings, preparing captions, relevant hashtags. All of it was done from end to end, right? So after a point of time, I could manage about 8 accounts by myself. And then slowly I realized that, okay, this is going beyond my capacity, and I started having people on board. So today we're a team of 6 of us running a small social media agency called Mystic Folks Media, as she said. And the pandemic has, had a brighter side where everyone has just been wanting to go digital. So we're seeing, be it a small brand or a big brand, everyone has to be, has to have their own social media presence at least. So digital marketing, of course, is a very broad term here, right? But when we speak of social media, it's pretty narrowed down, and we know the various kinds of social media platforms that are there. So I generally give this example that while you are dealing with a brand, imagine, matlab, agar, if any girl is going to look out for a boy, what is she going to do first? She's going to check out Facebook, Instagram. Similarly, an audience, your customer, your prospect, what are they going to do? They're first going to come and check out your social media handles. So if they are not in place, then what? I mean, they're totally going to judge you. So even if you have a retail outlet or you don't, your social media is your virtual shop. It's the space where people are going to judge you and they are going to come and see you, right? So I happen to connect with a beautiful team that I have right now, and we've never met. All of us are working from different paths. I have somebody from Pune, somebody from Ahmedabad, someone from Dubai. So it's amazing how this whole digital space can connect you to different people and also involve, new talent, fresh talent. So I hope all of you can also progress there, maybe take up an amazing job, take a little experience, and then start on your own. Or, of course, there is this opportunity of being a freelancer along with doing your job or any kind of internship. So I'm happy to be here to share the knowledge that I have gained over the past 5 to 6 years. Like I shared that, we've managed more than 40 brands. So of course, when we speak about managing brands on social media, currently the most trending thing that we see is Instagram. Everybody wants to be on Instagram, right? So earlier, what was it? It was Facebook, you know. So I'm sure you guys might not even know about Orkut, but there was something called Orkut which had launched. I can see Deepen nodding his head. A lot of you all nodding your head, so that's amazing if you all know about it. And how that whole platform faded away, right? And slowly we had Facebook. So again, Facebook started off as a very friendly platform for friends to connect, right? The whole business aspect came in later, right? But once it started bringing in the business aspect, what we realized is that your business page that you create on Facebook, uska reach is really, really low. Okay, so even if I have say 5k followers or say likes on my page, Facebook shows it only to say approximately 1% of your followers or 1% of people who have liked your page, in spite of them liking you. Okay, now why is that so? Because uska organic reach, they've made it very limited. Of course, they are here to make money. Okay, so they are pushing you if you pay and do ads there, right? So you must have seen when you put up something on a personal account, you get more traction. But when you put up on your business page, you do not get too much traction on a Facebook profile. And needless to say, we all have experienced how the older generation has joined in on Facebook, and people like us totally chose to move out of Facebook. You know, I mean, we definitely didn't want our parents and relatives, etc., to come and view what we are doing, right? So yes, Facebook is also an amazing platform, but if you are choosing to run ads, that's of utmost importance, correct? Now, where have people moved on? People have moved out to Instagram. Now, Instagram, since the past few years, we are seeing is doing a phenomenal job, and I think most of us have been spending more than half of our day on Instagram. Seeing stories, seeing you can say reels, your IGTV videos, and whatnot. I mean, full day we are just scrolling through Instagram, correct? So, Instagram ka motto kya hai? What do they want to do? They basically want to ensure that all of us keep spending maximum time on Instagram. Okay, they want their platform to, of course, be number one, and we can keep scrolling there day in, day out, and they're far more successful in doing that, because yes, we all have been spending time there. So that's exactly where we have to be. Why am I sharing this whole history with y'all? For y'all to understand that this is the right place to be at the right time. Now, for example, if all of us are going to use Instagram and Facebook or LinkedIn or all of these platforms only for our personal use. I went to Starbucks, I picked up a coffee, I made a story and I put it up. Okay, but what about it? I think we all have so much energy in us. If we just direct this energy towards, making it more productive, I think you all can be successful entrepreneurs in banking upon the opportunity that we have. Guys, so being, in this industry, being students of such an amazing college, which is giving you a platform to showcase everything, why not bank on this opportunity to indulge yourself? You're anywhere, we're all anyway on social media, so why not indulge ourselves in even making money out of it, or making a productive use of Instagram, and learning how can we monetize it for ourselves, and how is it going to help us in future, right? So I hope you all are with me, and all excited to delve into what Instagram has to offer to us. Yeah. Okay. So before that, I'd like to just know from all of you. Y'all can unmute yourselves or even share in the chat box. I think we're not a very, very big number. So let's make it as personalized and interactive as possible. Y'all can see I'm just like one of y'all. So please do not hesitate, and let's have a conversation on why do you think Reels is doing exceptionally well on Instagram. You can unmute, you can put it in the chat box, whatever y'all are comfortable with.
Shorter time duration.
Perfect, very good. Shorter time duration. What else?
Relatable
Expensive
You
content.
can
reach.
It
You get an
just
expensive
comes on the
reach.
feed even to the people you don't follow, or you know.
Yeah, very good. That's amazing. Yes. What else? Reach. Okay, that's a really good. What else?
They're very engaging and I think a little addictive as well.
That's so true, Paul. They are addictive, and that's the motive of Instagram. Perfect. Yeah. What else? Similar to TikTok, yes. So it was very easily replaced. They replaced TikTok. What else? Very engaging video content, right? So earlier we used to use Instagram more for what? Putting up some posts. Okay? Videos we would put up, but more than a minute ho gaya, so it gets into an IGTV video. Okay? But right now, Reels is a unique thing that Instagram is offering us to create amazing, engaging, empowering, and entertaining videos. You have to have one of these three. If you don't have one of these three, you are not going to get good coverage on your Reels. Okay? So of course, why Reels is doing amazingly well, most of you have answered it rightly, that Reels is an exceptional feature with which you reach out to not only your existing audience, but to a far more larger audience. Matlab, even if I have 200 followers, my Reel can go up to 1K views, which means 1K people are going to get to know about Mystic Folks Media. Yes, everyone. So it's an amazing platform. Am I spending on this? No. I'm not spending a penny. What are my efforts on this? I'm only going to ensure that I come up with some amazing ideas, create good content which hooks the audience and reaches out to a larger number. Of course, sometimes it's not in our hands. A lot of parameters play a role: your timing, your hashtags, your your content of the reel, and the way you've shot it, the kind of transitions you're using. All of it plays a role. But the key is consistency. So if you ask me, when I started off my career, tabhi to Reels was not even introduced, right? So as a social media manager, of course, I had to keep adapting myself to these new changes, new features which come in. At the same time, the challenge that I face is that to convince my clients also to indulge in it. Okay? So now my clients could be anybody. So I have one client who's into financial literacy for women, one who's a dermat, one who's a homeopath, one who's into retail. Okay. So how do I firstly convince them that this is what we need to do? What all will I need from them? Now, of course, I cannot go there and keep shooting for them. Correct. So I'll need some content from them also. So one is firstly planning. We need to plan what kind of reels are we going to do? How are we going to acquire the kind of videos that we will need from this? What kind of reference videos can you send the clients? Or if you're doing it for yourself, at least you need to have a reference bank of what are you going to create. So that clarity needs to be there. Okay. Next is, of course, the reel duration. So what is the reel duration currently?
15, 30 and 60 seconds.
Yes. So it's 60 seconds right now. And how did they start off? With what?
15 seconds.
Perfect. So they started off with 15 seconds. So you can see how they've also evolved, right? From 15 to 60 seconds. Okay. So the challenge that I faced was now that, of course, we are all, so many of us who don't feel comfortable showing our faces on reels or or on social media. Are any of us like that? I would like to raise my hand. If you go on my business account, you will not see my face there where I've put up any reels where I'm showing my face. Anybody here who's like that? You all can always, of course, share. Are you all reluctant in creating reels and showing your own faces there? Yeah. Yes. Okay. I see a few of you all nodding your heads and few saying no, we're cool. So why I'm sharing this is again two reasons. One is that we might come across situations where we'll have to create reels jahan logo ke faces dikhege. Second, we might come across people who do not want to show their faces and who might just have products, and we still have to ensure that these products are showcased in a very attractive manner. Definitely, when you show your face, you are connecting with your audience better. Right now, I can see a few of y'all have turned on your videos, so I can just see y'all, so I'm able to connect better with y'all. But the ones who maybe turned their videos off, I'm just imagining there are some 38 odd participants here, so 30 of them I don't know who they are, so I can't connect with them probably. Same with reels. So people might not be able to connect with you if you're not showing your face. Okay, so I've also made a conscious choice that okay, I'm not comfortable right now, I might take a little more time and then I'll decide if I want to do that. Because I have marketed myself as a brand called Mystic Folks Media. I have not marketed myself as Nirali Shah, social media trainer or social media strategist. So I'm clear that I'm a company. I've projected myself as a company. Okay? Whereas Nirali Shah as an individual, so definitely should have only done reels. Okay. So we're going to also learn about how to make these individual reels as well as how do you make product-based reels. Product nahi hai. सिर्फ सर्विस है तो भी how are you going to create reels with showing your face and without showing your face? Okay, fair enough. Now, how do you create these reels? Firstly, Instagram inbuilt mein to we can only create, I'm sure we all know that, that's why we are here. Other than that, you can actually make reels on these two platforms which we are going to cover tomorrow, but just giving you all a brief of what it is. Canva.com. How many of you all have heard about Canva? Have you all? Okay. So I see a lot of you are raising your hands. Lovely. Most of you all have heard about Canva. I'm sure it's, a very easy to use platform. On a personal note, I'd like to share, when I started my career, I didn't know designing at all. So I'm not even a graphic designer. Okay. And I, of course, couldn't afford also a graphic designer at that time. Right. So I started making creatives on Canva. So be it PowerPoint presentations, brochures, my resume, everything was created on Canva. And slowly I got the hang of it. For 4 years I used the free version of Canva, and since the last 2 years I'm using the pro version as well. Of course, now I have a graphic designer on board who manages all my designing part, but I would roll out minimum 200 to 300 posts per month on Canva. Okay, so that's the potential Canva has. And as I shared with you all, I'm not a graphic designer. I'm a self-taught designer. Okay. So how did I learn that? I'll share tomorrow when we take up Canva as a whole and understand how can we edit reels, how can we make reels on Canva. Okay. Also, when I teach you all Canva, I'm going to start with the fundamentals of it in such a way that all of you can create anything on Canva. Not only reels, but anything, so that it helps you all in future also. Right. So that's one platform that we're going to cover. The second platform that the app that we're going to cover is InShot. I'm sure you all have heard about InShot also. It's a very globally used app. Very, very easy to use. I have been personally editing all my client reels there. The graphic designer also makes a few reels, but yes, it takes a lot of time to, download and upload. So I think InShot is an amazing app to be used to create reels. Okay? So we're going to look into it in depth. And I'm also going to give you all a short assignment. I hope that's okay with you all, yeah? So that we all can review it the next day. I mean, if we have this opportunity, why not have a hands-on training on it also? Yeah, so that we can all come back and review what we've made. Okay? All right. So these are the two apps which we are going to look at tomorrow. Now, today, what are we going to do? Today, we are going to look at Instagram Reels only inside Instagram. How can you create it? I'm also going to cover one specific product reel which you can make in case you do not want to show your face, or there are no images to be showcased. And before I share my screen from my phone, I want you all to share with me what kind of trending reels have you all come across currently. See, reels is all about trends. Yes, Unmesh, tell me.
There's this guy, Salgaonkar, someone named Salgaonkar. He stays here in Goregaon East, and he just makes vlogs basically. But he puts on short reels about how daily life it is, to how to ride a bike and how stupid people are on road rages, and funny videos and friends, making fun of each other, and short videos and short topics of daily life. Just fun videos basically. Yeah.
Perfect. Very nice. Okay. And I'm sure we all must have observed. Now, you all might ask me that, okay, ma'am, what's the ideal time that we should have while we create a reel, right? So, of course, 15 seconds is what they had started off. Abhi up to 60 seconds hai. But you tell me, for how long do you think we all stay back till the end of the reel? We're just continuously scrolling, It's like we have a monkey mind. Ek khatam hua, next. We're just binge watching. So, the shorter the reel, if you've conveyed your point, one is your possibility of views becomes more because वो loop पे चला जाता है till that person doesn't scroll. Second is that when you put up a very basic thing on your reel and you add lots to the caption, so while people are reading the caption, उसमें भी your views get counted. Okay, so that's again an important factor that you need to take into consideration. Okay, now coming back, which trending reels have you all seen? Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, like some of the reels I've even seen that people write in the caption, watch till the end.
Yes.
So they get views more.
Exactly. Very good. On this note, I'll just share one more point with you all, that if you all understand how Instagram algorithm functions, okay, just a little brief about it. So what Instagram algorithm does is, this is what I've understood, okay. Say example, I have 1000 followers, okay. Whatever I've put out right now, be it a post, be it a story, or be it my reel. Reel could give you an exceptional case, but just let's take the other two as an option right now. What Instagram does is, पहले वो सिर्फ 100 followers को दिखाएगा. Even though I have more than 1,000 followers or 2.5k followers or 5k, 10k, whatever. It's first going to show only 100 followers and see how are we responding to it. Okay. So what happens with that is, agar engagement nahi mil raha hai, Instagram will not push your content further. Okay. In spite of so many people who've made a choice to follow you, it will still not show your followers. So it's important that people spend more time on it. So since Shreya brought this up, that people write watch till the end. So what Instagram is going to get a message is, people are watching this till the end, matlab ye important hai. Matlab this is something really nice which people are liking to watch. This content seems to be really great. People are saving this content. Okay. So it's going to push your content and show it to more people. Okay. On this note, I'll also share one more thing where people come up with, queries to me, especially my clients who come and tell me, no, Nirali, tell me by what date will we reach X number of followers? Bas hame followers badhane, Unfortunately, everybody's in a rat race ki bhai 10k pahcha do, 100k pahcha do, 1 million pahcha do. Okay. But guys, the fact is social media is a journey. It's not an overnight progress. Okay. This is what I tell them in my first call when I talk to them. So when I tell them this so clearly, some clients are still impatient and they'll be like, no, we will want to buy fake followers. So we all know there's something called fake followers, bots which you purchase, ads bhi aate hai, that pay 5,000 rupees, get 1 million followers, etc., etc., etc. So you might wonder, ye karne jaisa hai ki nahi, if you just want to show a number, right? So at least 2 to 3 of my clients actually did this. Okay. And they came back to me crying. I'll tell you why. Because their whole reach of the account went for a toss. Okay. Guys, try to understand, Instagram is business. हम लोग के लिए entertainment लग रहा है, but people are spending thousands and lakhs of rupees on Instagram. Okay. So if somebody is paying me, say 20,000 a month to manage their account, I will never be able to provide them results. Neither will anybody else be able to provide them results if they buy fake followers and keep. But if you are clear कि I am just doing this for numbers, मुझे सिर्फ सबको दिखाना है, I have 100k followers so that people think that they are respecting me, then go ahead. That's your choice. But other than that, if you get into this whole mess of fake followers, you are going to put your account for a toss. And I take Instagram as an asset of your company. It's not like chalo karna hai to kar lo, option nahi hai to kar lo. Nahi, this is your asset and this is your investment which is going to get you results over a period of time. So you can't take it lightly. Okay? Now the same example that I gave you all about 100 followers. Let's say I have fake followers. Okay, 800 fake followers and 200 are my original followers. Okay, genuine followers. Now what will happen is when Instagram will show this to 100 people from my account, 80 will be fake, 20 will be original, genuine, right? Who 80 interact karegi? Will they engage with my post, story, anything? No, they will not. Whereas the other 20 may or may not. I don't know. They may or may not engage with it, right? Say 5 or 10 engaged. What message did Instagram get? This content is bad, not too good to be put up to a larger audience. Let's stop it here. So you can, and nowadays people are very intelligent. They exactly know how to gauge कि ये account में इतने followers है, फिर भी engagement इतना low है. Why are there so many? I mean, why are there only X number of likes, or why are there only X number of comments? Correct? So people exactly, everyone knows this. Okay, so you can't really fool your audience. So I believe in this, that instead of that, go be genuine. Okay, go slow. It's really challenging for me, honestly, as a social media strategist to explain this to clients. But the ones who believe and trust are with me since 2 years, 3 years, and they've seen the results. Okay. Today they've built, like you won't believe, I'm managing a jewelry designing platform under which they get jewelry designers on board and they become members. Okay. And they provide opportunities to them for collaborations, exhibitions, celebrity endorsements. Okay. I've been able to get them leads, hot leads of people who've dropped their numbers samne se, and approximately we've got 50 to 80 leads without spending a penny. Now imagine if she converts even 5 to 10 out of these, what she's investing in me is so hardly anything. See, the whole process of why what we are learning is important. Are you all with me? Is this sounding interesting? Are you all getting any
Yes,
industry
yes, it is.
insights of what the real world is? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Ma'am.
I'd like it if you guys will also interact, because a one-way communication is generally not too great. But I'm glad I can share this with you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I had a question
Sure.
actually.
Sure.
When you said only like 100 people from 1,000 followers can see my content, that you meant that on the news feed or just on the reels place where we just watch reels continuously? Or
No,
is
I'm
it like
talking about the news feed because see,
news feed?
reels mein to even if I have 200 followers, I do get 1K views. Hai na?
Correct.
So that is possible. But when we are talking about the news feed and my followers, so
Okay.
that nobody new will come in unless and until you go on the explore page, right?
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope everyone's clear with this much, and I'll just quickly go ahead and share my screen now. And just one last question before we get there. Have you all tried making any reels on your own? You have. You have. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Great. So this could also be a cross-learning thing. I'm sure I might also get to learn a lot from you guys. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen from the mobile. Okay. So I hope you all can see my screen now. And I'm going to log on to Instagram. Okay. One more pro tip which I'd like to share with you all is create a test account for yourself. Okay. So what I do is before I put out anything on Instagram, I try to put it on my test account. So how do you make your test account the way you've made on your normal Instagram account? वैसे ही you can make a test account, just keep it private so that you know. Because we all know कि Instagram के खुद के dimensions है which we need to follow. Correct? So if I'm making a rectangular wala post, not the square post. So we know that when you see it on the feed, it still looks like a square. So it might get cut from sides. Correct? When we are making a reel also. So the top and the bottom part should be avoided. I'll take you through the reel design guide and everything. But just for you all to know, try to have a test account on which you can log in and do the trial and error before you move further. Okay. So I'm going to take you all to my test account now. It's called stories.insta_. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like you can see, I generally do all my tests here and I send the link to my clients and I ask them to check it here so that it's clear with them on, how is it going to look, etc., etc. Okay. You can also put up your reels here. I generally do my test of reels. Okay, one more thing. What happens is while you're dealing with brands or clients, what do you need to do? You need to give them options also, na? ऐसा नहीं है कि एक ही बना दिया and वो fix हो जाएगा. You might have to give them option of music. You might have to give them option of the reel transition, video. It could be anything. So what I do is I put up 2-3 reels here only and then share the links with them and then they approve of it and then we go ahead on the main account. But of course, as you can see, I have not put up any reels. I have deleted them. What happens is even if I'm putting something on my test account, sometimes it goes up to 1K views, udhar hi cross ho jata hai, So I quickly delete it once the client approves of it. Okay. So now we are going to look up to a few reels that I'd like to share with you all. Before we get into that, very important for us to know, ऐसा नहीं है that all your reels are going to do 1K plus views. Okay. It can happen that your reels might get 400 views, 500 views, and it might stop. It might cross 1K views, and sometimes it might also it might go viral. So that's happened with me where one of my reels just went viral and I got approximately 69.8K views or 68.9K views, okay, which drew a lot of new followers to my account. You can see approximately 60 to 80 new followers came in through reels. And 2 other reels also went viral. Not too many views, but look at the traction that they brought to my account. So one reel got me around 200 followers, which probably had only 6K views. So I'm just sharing all these insights for you all to break any kind of myths that you all might have. कि reel viral जाएगा ना तो ही followers आएगी. ऐसा नहीं है 6K views में भी मतलब it's not like it crossed 1 million or something, but I still got followers. And those are genuine followers who actually want to know more about what you do, how you do, right? That's the reason they've come there and they're following you. Okay. So Again, we are going to look at a few reels which I have created, or my team has created for a few accounts which I'm managing right now. I'll just show that to you all. So this is an event company for children. So a few of them have been made on Canva only. Few will be in short. So I'll keep sharing as and when. Okay. Okay. So like you can see, they have theme-based parties, right, for children. So instead of just putting videos directly, what we've done is we've actually given it a theme. Like you can see, there's a Ferrari theme party. So you all might not be able to hear the audio right now, but just see how we've tried to create it and make it more interesting. You know, so all of this has been made on Canva. You're not showing your face anywhere. You're just shooting some videos. You've added and collated it and put it in a fun manner. Okay. Look at this one, which was of Spider-Man. Okay. So of course, it will differ from category to category, industry to industry. Okay. Another one is a doormat. So I just created for her and she posts it by herself. But look at something like this. Product based reels. Okay. Look at this one on sunscreen. Okay. Again, I'm going to show you another client who was super reluctant to get on to showing her face. But of course, you can see that she's showing. And earlier, what we started off with was making reels on Canva. Very basic ones to begin with. These are nothing but just made with images on Canva. Okay. Look at these ones. They've actually crossed 6K views. Of course, you also, have a transition phase. So maybe the first reel that I must have made to now what I've been making is a journey in itself, right? Okay. Now I'll show you something where she's showing her face. Okay. So the financial literacy for women that I was talking about is this one. So it's a beautiful concept where, she believes that women have learned how to earn money, but not how to manage them. So be it mutual funds, gold, where should we invest? What should we do? So a very good, unique concept. So I'll just show you a few reels that I've made for her. I'm sure you all must have seen these where they are pointing fingers, Comment, but I'm just showing you all since we're talking about different types of reels. These have been edited on InShot. Okay. Again, one of her reels, as you can see here, went viral with 50.8K views. There was one more, this one, which got 18.6K views and drew a lot of followers through this. Yes. And yeah, I'm sure you all must have heard about Jalebi Baby while it was trending. Yeah. So we made it a little personalized touch with her daughter, So how do you make this? Again, this has also been made on InShot. So even while you're managing a brand, like I said, it has to be entertaining as well. So, these are the entertainment factors that you can bring in, different types of trending songs. So, beach mein what is happening, the whole thing of Gopi Vahu being trending, then that Indira Nagar ka Rahul Dravid thing. So, do you all remember any of these kind of things which were trending on social media through the whole pandemic? You all can feel free to unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there are so many. So guys, we have to keep up with the trends, Matlab, if you ask me, this is to my profession, but I have to spend at least 1-2 hours every day only on scrolling on what's the latest thing, what's new, what's trending. Where can I use this with which client of mine? Which kind of audios are trending and how do I go about it, right? So when you come here, now this particular, so what we started off with is that we'll have reel covers. Okay? Like you can see, I've been making reel covers for her. How do you make reel covers? How do you make a reel calendar? Everything we're going to look into. And then after a point of time, she didn't want reel covers. So we were using her existing video mein se hi one part and making it the reel cover. So if you see this one, she's going to point to something and how the image comes in here, you know. She's talking about a book. So while she's pointing, the book is coming in. So how do you create these kind of reels? Now this one probably didn't do too well, but yeah, this was also one reel talking about women who've been doing really well in the industry. This was also made on Canva. Okay, now one important thing is that whenever you are creating a reel, do not delete it. Arey yaar, sirf 200 views aaye hai. What do I do? You know, it doesn't look good on my account. It's really looking so bad. I mean, just 200 views, isn't it embarrassing? I mean, I'm sorry guys, but we're living in such a horrible trend where we judge ourselves with these numbers. Yeah, I think we are all sailing in the same boat. 50 likes ही आया रे, इसको तो 100 आ गए. अरे her reel went viral. What about mine? We're continuously comparing. But you know what? Trust me, that's just going to make you go low. I mean, I've also done this. You know, I've been a part of this where if I look at other creators and I'll be like, wow, they're doing such a fabulous job, and suddenly I feel like I'm not doing all that great. But you just have to know where you are coming from, where you want to get to, and at what stage are you right now, and take those steps. Okay, so it's okay wherever you are. Do not try to compare yourself with someone, and do not pull down your reels at any cost. Why? Because this particular reel of hers, which went up to 50K, this happened 2 weeks after we posted it. Okay, so neither did I anticipate it, neither did she, that it's going to go viral. Okay, so don't pull it off. Be patient, let it be. Reels are something, just say if you talk about a post that you put up, uska life might be 1 to 2 days max. You will see that, you know, people are liking or still commenting on your post which you might have put up 2-3 days prior, 1-2 days prior. But for reels, it's 2 weeks or more also. People have also come across times where it's gone more than 3 weeks se baad bhi reels pick up. So do not underestimate the power of reels. Even if it's not done well, it's okay. Take it as a journey. Okay? Okay. So,
Ma'am,
sure, tell me.
I had a doubt. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
Yeah. So on this point of yours, I just wanted to ask, ki one of my reels started getting views after a week. So how does that time the algorithm work?
Okay. So what happens is at that time maybe Instagram has not pushed it too much, okay? But slowly, okay, this could also be you know, you must have shared it with a few more people. You know, you've shared it somewhere. People have started viewing it now, and वो धीरे धीरे अब pick up हो रहा है. ठीक है, that could be one of the reasons. Like I told you, there can be multiple factors and parameters of how it happens. But if Instagram feels कि नहीं ये reel थोड़ा भी pick up हो रहा है, it will keep pushing it more and more. And while pushing it, if it sees that okay, it's getting more traction, as much as it's pushing it, it will keep doing more of it. So there's high chances and probability that now it's going to literally get an increment in your views in leaps and bounds. So of course, when we started off, it had maybe 1K, 2K views, and you can see now it had 50K views right here. Right? So it depends on multiple factors though. But yeah. So I hope I've answered that, Shreya.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Also, one very major role that is played on reels is your music. Okay. Music has to be something really amazing, trending. I mean, I'm sure all of us have observed that if there's good music, you'll also want to stay back. So content तो है ही, वो तो हमें पता ही है, but even music needs to be something that's trending right now, you know. So say for example, बीच में there was some Justin Bieber का song which was trending, you know. So use those. Try to use. Do you all remember any such songs which came across, you know? There was this I can't remember the name, where they were introducing themselves, you know. What was that name where they're saying I am 21 and go for it? There was this one reel which really went viral, and people were talking about themselves and see where you've come from, where you're going. You know, I think you all can connect with what I'm saying at least. So,
Yeah,
now,
there was a song called Bezos, which
that's right.
Bo Burnham one.
Right. So you need to pick up these and bank upon these. So people not only introduce themselves, they also introduce their businesses with that. That ये मेरा business था, पहले I was getting 5 orders, now I'm getting 30 orders, XYZ, you know. So ये सब trending songs you need to pick up and add to your reels. Now you might ask me, why should we use trending songs? Why can't we have our own music? What if I don't find that music? So I'm going to show you all hacks to do that as well. How do you find trending songs? The most organic way of doing that is spend time on reels. Okay, now you all might tell me, Are, that we are doing only. We are more than happy to spend time on reels. Okay, I mean, we all keep binge watching, right? Amazon Pay, Amazon Prime Pay bolo, Netflix bolo. We are continuously watching web series. Reels is what nothing but the same, but a shorter duration. So we keep scrolling, right? So while you go on reels on the reel feed, keep scrolling and keep seeing, acha, what kind of audios are being used most. Okay, what kind of things are being used most? Acha, this particular audio is something that I heard more number of times, which means ये थोड़ा trending हो रहा है. If you all remember that whole air hostess thing which had gone viral, you know, where she's making those sounds, where she's cutting something and then, you know, that. So, okay, if that's going viral, how are you going to connect it with your particular brand or your particular account? If you want to become a blogger, you know, then what are you going to do? If you're an artist, you can go through these kind of reels. So see the kind of audios which people are using and how are you going to accommodate it in your brand. Okay, now while you are actually scrolling, what happens is, can you see this arrow at the bottom? Chota sa arrow which is coming at the bottom. Can you see that, which is right
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
bottom, that small tiny
That
arrow?
shows it's trending music.
Exactly. Yes, Darshil, that's right. It shows that it's trending. Now when I click on it, I get this option to save this audio. Okay, so you just click on save audio, it gets saved. Okay, now when I come here, what will happen is, because this audio is trending, I might want to see more videos which are made with this audio. So to be on this particular feed where trending reels are there, or they've used trending music, you need to use the music from Instagram in itself. So of course, while we learn in short, I'll show you how you can add music externally also, but highly recommend that we should be using music from Instagram. तो वो आपका म्यूजिक को, आपके रील को ज्यादा पुश करेगा. Okay, fair enough, guys? Yes. Okay, we also learned how do you save it. You want to share it with someone, just identify with the symbols, the paper aeroplane arrow that's there. You simply do this and share it with whoever you want to. Okay, so if you're exchanging it with your team members, collaborating with someone, you can also share that this is the music that I'm going to use. Okay, now that's about music. Now some accounts, for example, might tell you that हमारे पास music ही नहीं होता है. चलो ये तो मैंने externally save कर दिया, but if I'm looking for a particular music, what do I do? I'm looking for XYZ song. Okay, now Reach Me, that song went viral, Bajre Da Sutta or something. Okay, now I'm looking for that. Where do I find it? Or any song, you know, for that matter, if we want to look up for something, how do you find it? So what happens is Instagram releases its features slowly. सबको एक साथ नहीं देता है. So I get this complaint also that my account today does not have this feature. My account does not have that feature. So Instagram does a bit of trial and error. It's going to release these features slowly to everybody. एक साथ नहीं होता. The solution is keep updating your app. The second solution is that wait. Okay, just be patient and wait. Okay. So I actually had a client who didn't have add post to story. मतलब इतना basic feature नहीं था. So I kept taking screenshots and reporting to Instagram, and I got it within 2 days. So wait for it. But otherwise, what do you do? What's the secret hack if you do not have access to all the kinds of music that you want on your account? What do you do is you go on edit profile. Okay. Simply go here, go on this category. Okay. So when you go on category, you get this option of so many categories which you can choose from, whether you're a writer, you're a blogger, you're a gamer, or you own a restaurant, or you're a store owner or photographer, whatever category you're in. What you need to choose here is entrepreneur. So when you choose entrepreneur, you actually get access to all kinds of music. This is a secret hack which many might not know about. Okay. So abhi isse, kyunki see, music is something which I'm going to use even on my stories. Correct. So stories पे भी आप use कर सकते हो, reels पे भी use कर सकते हो, and you need it. You need those kind of trending music, right? So this is one way that you can do it. Now, for example, if I'm not an entrepreneur, okay, can I still use this? Yes, you can. What do you do then? You need to hide it. Okay. So what I'll do is, how does this look actually on an account? I'll show you. So this is my business account here. And you can see that I've kept my category label as entrepreneur. Okay. Say example, I'm not an entrepreneur. Okay. So what do I do? I am going to still show it as an entrepreneur, but I'm going to hide it. I'll just simply go to my category label here. Profile display here, and I've ensured my category is hidden. So किसी को दिखेगा ही नहीं that I've put up myself as an entrepreneur. Cool. So that's one secret hack. Can you see here? If I've enabled it, मेरे test account के नीचे it's coming as entrepreneur. If I disable it, it's not going to show on my account. Although I've put up my category label as an entrepreneur. That's one hack. Okay, done. All right. Now, if I, of course, want to start making a reel, what do I do? Simple. You go on the plus sign. It could be different for everybody, of course. All right. And you simply click on reel. Okay. Now, when I click on reel, I'm going to turn my camera towards me. Okay. And we can see what kind of different features is available inside Instagram. I'm sure you all might know this, but still let's do a brush through in case we've missed out on any feature which we really need to know. Okay. The first one is audio. So I already showed you all how you all can click on audio and go to your saved audios. You also get access through making it entrepreneur. Okay, one. The second thing is your duration. So like you can see 15 seconds, you click on it, 30 ho gaya. Now, because it's my test account, I have not paid a lot of attention on it here, but you can see it's 30 seconds dikha raha hai, which means this account has not got access to the 60-second account. Live example in front of you all, I told you all, sabko sab nahi milta hai starting se. Fair enough? Okay. Next is 1x, 2x, 3x. That's nothing but your speed. 0.3, 0.5x is the slow one. 2x, 3x is your fast one. I'll show you how you can use this feature and make an amazing product reel. Okay. All right. Next is effects. Now, come on, who doesn't know about effects? We all use filters, okay, to show how we can look more beautiful than we are. All right. So, of course, there are a lot of effects right here. You can also see trending effects here. Okay. You can also see reel related trending effects. If I want to use this particular light wala. Okay. So, coming back here, regarding my appearance, you can see the light one, it will keep changing. Okay. So if I go on appearance again, you all saw how I was looking before my filter and how I'm looking now. So if you are conscious and you want to use filters, just go ahead and use these filters, right? You can even save these filters. Like you can see here, it's saved. Okay, you can actually save this. You can send it to somebody. You can view the effect page also. You can share the effect link also. Why is this important? If I'm going to shoot a lot of reels, which is going to show myself, I don't want to show them different, different kinds of filters all the time. Matlab, if I'm showing my face, I would want it to remain constant, right? मतलब एक में I'm looking this, दूसरे में I'm using normal without filter, ऐसा नहीं करना है. So why do we use filters? वो एक consistency लाने के लिए. So we can use this. We can choose that I'm going to use this filter and use it for all so that you don't look weird all the time. Okay. Okay. Next is touch up. What does touch up do? Touch up is, I'll just remove the filter so you all will understand better. You just click on the cross and the filter goes away. Now, when you click on touch up, basically it touches up your face, where you just increase this and you can see how it's looking more clearer right now. Okay. Click on it again and you see how it's looking. So very evident for you all to see. Next is layouts. Now, what is this layouts? Layouts is basically where you can add videos. So you can have 2 videos here also, like you can see. And if you click on this part, you can have even 3 videos. Ek top and bottom hai, ek 1, 2, 3 ho gaya. And why and how can you use this? Basically, if you want to show some before after, or you want to show some say example, very random example, but say yoga instructor hai koi, theek hai, usko yoga poses dikhane hai. 1, 2, 3 ho gaya. If there's someone's a makeup artist, you know. So I've actually managed for a celebrity makeup artist. So if I want to show something, what will I do? I'll show maybe only her eyes ka one part. You know, maybe I'll show her hair ka one part. Maybe I'll show full face ka one part. It will depend. Or I want to show some 3 looks of 3 different functions. It could be anything. Say I'm a baker and I want to show how I started, then what happened, and final product. So take it like a process, or take it like 3 things for them to choose from. It will depend, right? So that's how you can use these layouts. All right. Okay. The next is when you start shooting, that's when you get this option. So let me just shoot. I'm just going to shoot something very random. Okay. So what did I do? I just, did this. I can go back on that arrow and I can see how I can trim or delete it. Okay. I'm sure y'all might know this, but still let's just, take it step by step, since I was told we have to start from Y reels, how to create them from scratch. Okay. So you can see the dustbin. I can delete this part, or I can even trim. What do you do for trimming? Go on the scissor and you can trim. कि मुझे कितना part चाहिए इसका. Okay. And why am I showing this to y'all is because only when you have one part which you've shot, you get this option of align. Now, what is this align? Okay. Align is basically where Instagram itself is going to align where you left it last. So you simply click on it, and can you see how I've left it here? So it just allows you to align from there. Now, guys, what happens is it's really important that you are using either a tripod or, if you're using your hands, also ensure that वो थोड़ा steady है. क्योंकि अगर मैं अभी इतना shoot किया, and now if I continue shooting, but I'll shoot from here. So there'll be a difference. Okay, let's try to do that. Okay, and now let's do preview and see. Isn't this a more close-up, and now it's far? So if I'm trying to do transitions, my first rule is you have to start and end at the same place. That's why Instagram is giving you an option of aligning it. One. Second, what do people do while they are shooting reels? They actually do crosses where they are standing. Okay? So अगर ये जो clothes changing reels होते हैं, या वो towel झटक दिया या बाल ऊपर कर दिया and all of that, the transitions, how do you do that? You have to have that exact proximity and you have to stand at the same place. If you try doing that and you try to edit those reels, you'll realize how important it is to be at the same place. Okay, so once I was trying to do it, what I did was I actually made a cross and I ensured I stand there and my phone didn't move from there. So I came inside, I changed my clothes and I came back and then I shot it. So this is like a step-by-step process, hands-on thing which you'll need to know while you are shooting a reel. Okay. Okay. So a small tripod, maybe something like this is what I have been using. Just cost me about $200-300. Okay, but at least it's steady. I can adjust its length and I can also ensure that it's vertical ho gaya, ya main phone ko aise karke I can even make it horizontal. I put my phone here and I can shoot it. Okay. So beach mein I was shooting this reel on if you all remember there was this reel called I could be red, I could be blue, those colors wala. I could be green, I could be yellow, right? So I was doing it for a fashion boutique. So that's how I did it. One. So I showed different colors. Now there was a hygiene brand of products. How do we do it for them? So we showed different fragrances under those colors. So lemon ko yellow mein dal diya, blueberry ko blue mein dal diya. So you need to be creative. Ki theek hai, mera brand is of products. How can I still showcase it with this colors ka song which is trending? Cool, fair enough. Okay. So this is how you use the align feature. Now when you go next, of course we went on the preview thing. Now when we come here, what are we going to do? Okay. So needless to say, we have A, which I'm sure we all are using, where we can add the text to it. So you simply go on double A. And if I want to add any kind of text, okay, so I can add where I'm saying hi, I'm saying hello. I'm just going to type anything random for now. How are you? So this is a trick where I'm putting all my text together. एक साथ कर दिया. अब मैं इसको organize करूंगी that कब आएगा, कब जाएगा और कहाँ रहेगा. Okay? So everyone is clear till here. Are you all following it? Is it easy or do you all already know it? Or are you all learning something new? Or is it a combination of both?
Both.
Both. All right. Great. So I'll simply just, make it the way I want to. Let's imagine I was pointing my fingers and I'm adjusting it accordingly now. Okay? All right, I've placed it here on the left side. Now what will I do? I'll simply click on this one. I've clicked on hi. Can you see it's got highlighted? And I'll simply scroll like this at the bottom, and I will ensure hi idhar tak hi dikhega. Okay, now I'm going to go on hello. Hello will start from here. That's why I'm taking my finger and I'm going to scroll through this. Hello will come from here and it will stay till here only. Cool. I go on how are you? How are you starts from here and ends here. Okay, let's see if it's acted for us. Yes, guys, has it come? Can we see? Hi, hello, how are you? What did I do? I just took the text. पहले मैंने सारे text add कर लिए. I spaced it out and I gave it the duration that I want to. Everyone clear till here? Any questions that you all have?
Yes, I'm clear.
Great. Okay. Now, of course, you can even change the color of all of this. How do you do that? I think you all might, of course, know this, but still I'll just share where you go on the color palette, you click, you long press on anything that you want, pick up any kind of color, right? You can also choose the drop and pick up whatever color you want. If I'm taking the color of my skin. So why are colors important, guys? Okay, let's imagine that I put up some electric, very neon yellow color. You think it's gonna be pleasing to the eye? No. So try to use, guys, trust me, this is what I've learned. Yeah, I have actually taken up graphic designing projects, also not being a graphic designer. But how did I get those aesthetics? Through visualization. Okay. While you're scrolling now, from today onwards, when you start scrolling, I want all of you that your scrolling has to be different. It has to have that eye now that अच्छा इसने ये colors use किए, इसने ऐसा text use किया, इसने ये font use किया, and then they've animated it, then they've done this, then they've done that. So start creating that in your mind. And if you all are not clear now with that, you all won't be able to come up with something concrete. Then you all will only spend hours on making something, and then you'll be like, I don't think it's good enough to go up. Let it be. You know, how many of us have faced this? बहुत कुछ बनाते हैं और डालते हैं कुछ कम है, right? Like we actually put up very less things because we're not confident. So when will you be confident? When you are clear of what you want to do. Your visualization has to be strong. So when I started making posts on Canva or reels on Canva, I would probably take 2 hours, 3 hours to make one. Now when I'm sharing with you all, I've rolled out 200 to 300 in a month. You think this speed will work? No. How did I excel on it? Practice and just ensuring that I spend little time on visualization. Next is what I have to make a testimonial. So my testimonial के लिए मुझे क्या क्या चाहिए रहेगा, तो मेरा planning शुरू हो जाता है. उसके साथ my sound will be what, उसके साथ my this will be what. More clear I am, I could roll out a Canva post in 20 minutes now because I'm clear of what I want to make. It also has a lot to do with your mental health, guys. I'm not joking. I'm saying out of experience. If you all have a mental clutter, you'll take 2-3 hours to make something. If you're not in a good mood or something, you'll be like, "Arey nahi ho raha yaar, chhod do." You just keep spending hours. How many of us have faced this? That एक reel बनाना, एक post बनाना, एक presentation बनाना है DMM के project में या digital marketing के project में, and you spend hours and you're like, नहीं हो रहा यार. We just tell ma'am that we are not able to submit it. I'm sure we all can relate to this. I can see your smile. So yeah, I mean, why? Because we're not clear of what we exactly want to do. So do your own research. Spend some time, look up for your reels ki acha this looks good, make your reel ka bank, create your reference links, what do you want to do, and then decide and then go ahead and make it. Okay, it'll be easier and quicker. All right, so colors is very, very important. Coming back to colors, ensure that your aesthetics are good. Do not clutter it with too much on it. How much time do you all spend to decide if I will stay back on this reel or I'll go to the next reel? How much time do you all take?
Not more than 1 minute.
1 minute, Shruti. God. 1 minute later, you will be watching 3-4 reels.
Yeah, but you only asked me how much time will take to decide.
You'll decide to whether you want to stay on the reel or you don't want to stay on the reel.
Ma'am, I think
more
3
than
to
2
4
minutes.
seconds.
Exactly. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, maybe even 1 second to just scroll fatafat. That's how you're going to do it, right? So if you don't make it visually appealing, do you think anyone's going to stay back on the reel? See, we only don't stay back. Itna clutter karke rakhege. If you don't make it aesthetic, अच्छा सा visually appealing, people are not going to be there, and it has to be very direct. Don't beat around the bush and talk about something and then be like, now this is what my content is. No, it has to be striking. If content is the king, this is my mantra. If content is the king, design is your queen. You have no choice to be like मेरा content excellent है, अगर design कैसे भी होगा ना चल जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. It has to be presentable. और बहुत presentable है but content ही bad है तो भी नहीं चलेगा. Has to go hand in hand. Okay, king queen दोनों साथ में ही अच्छे लगेंगे, right? So again, I'm repeating myself. Ensure your aesthetics are good. Don't pick up very extremely bright colors which will hit in the eye. Okay, pick up colors maybe from your surrounding. So right now I pick up my skin color. Maybe I could pick up my lipstick color. Maybe I can pick up my kapde ka color. So pick up something which is resonating with what your video is about. Fair enough? Okay.
Yes.
Now that is done. After which, of course, you have this twisted line where you can make lines. So if I want to talk, like, if I want to make arrows or something like this, okay, of course, I can change the color also. So I'm using pink. I'm going to make something like this essay, where I'm making arrows and showing. That also can be done. Or if I've made some video and then I'm just going to make a twisted line and I'm telling them the benefits which will come one by one. 5 advantages of using this product. 5 advantages of using this shampoo, etc., etc. You will probably get into big companies, big brands. So will have to come up with such amazing ideas, right? Okay. Okay. Of course, next is the eraser tool. I'm not getting into the in-depth of what these features are, assuming that you all have been using it for your stories. And, if anyone needs or if anyone thinks that, no, I should get in-depth into it, please feel free to share right now. We can do it quickly in 2-3 minutes. Are you all comfortable with this? Do you all already know this? Can we move forward or do you all want me to explain this part?
Ma'am, I think we can move ahead.
Yeah.
We can move ahead. Cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Next is your effects, which we've already done with those 3 stars. Next is, of course, your voiceover that you can give from here. I've made a lot of tutorials, okay, on my account. So the reel which went viral was also a tutorial where I'm teaching people how can you enhance your stories, what kind of hacks can you do, what kind of reel covers can you make inside Instagram. So थोड़ा appealing हो जाता है, ठीक है? तो मेरे को कोई third party app के पास जाना जरूरी नहीं है. I can make it inside Instagram. So how do you do that? So I make a tutorial video. Now how do you do that? So what I do is I video record my screen, of course. So I've actually specially bought a cell phone which allows me to do that. If you're using an iPhone, you have it inbuilt. If you're not using an iPhone, I'm an Android user. So I've bought a special phone which allows me to do that. Being a trainer, I actually come across so many queries also. So it's easy for me to just screen record and send them that, this is the solution to your query. And of course, while I'm conducting my sessions or reels banana hai, to bhi it's easy. You all can, of course, download with apps also, but ensure it's of good quality. Huh? I tried using a lot of apps, but uska quality deteriorates, your reel will not get pushed. So ensure you're doing that. So you can do screen recordings and actually come up with, tutorials or anything where you want background where your voice is there. So what I have been doing is, instead of using it directly from Instagram, it gets a little heavy, itna sab ek saath karne ko. What I do is, pehle I make my video. So pehle mera screen recording ho jata hai. Then I play it on my laptop from my web WhatsApp. If I have WhatsApp to someone or my team members made it and sent it to me. So, and I have to just give my voice. So what I do is I play it on my laptop. Simultaneously, I'm just recording it on my phone. So क्या होता है, ज़्यादा edits भी नहीं चाहिए, वो मेरे आँख के सामने है, and I'm just talking while I'm making it, while I'm seeing it. So very basic edits are required. Then we all have a voice recorder on our phone, and then I merge them on InShot. Fair enough? That's how I make a tutorial. Okay. So यहाँ पे again you can just hold this, record this, and you have a voiceover which you can have from here. Music is from here, and your audio controls is from here, right? Volume control. And the last thing is, never ever rely on reel drafts. Agar aapko lag raha hai, I'll just save it as a reel draft, I'll come back again and then I'll edit it. I've had several scenarios where the reel gets deleted. Okay? So do not do that, guys. I'm sure if you all are already doing or you all are going to make reels banana easy nahi hai. It's a lot of effort, It's not like a 15-20 minute thing. Aisa kuch banana hai. Okay, but it's a lot of conceptualization, ideation, research. Finally, pura reel banake, if you get to know, it's vanished. I mean, it's really difficult. Like I've had such scenarios where I'm like, I'd already taken approval from the client, and what do I do now? Of course, the easy solution which I'm sure you all would know is वो downward arrow जो दिख रहा है ना, वो download करके रख दो please. कितना भी memory full हो जाएगा, delete it later, but do not take a chance with only saving it as reel drafts. Okay, fair enough. All right. So I think we've covered all the features which are inside Instagram for now. And if we want to edit any kind of transition, okay, so a basic rule I'll just show you all of editing any, while we are making any transition, what do you have to do. But other than that, हम in-depth transition देखेंगे while we are doing in short. Okay, in short पे transitions are amazing, quick, easy, and flawless, I would say. Okay, so while we are doing it here, like you can see, there are two clips which are there now. Correct? एक ये है और एक ये है. So if I want, I'm sure we all have seen that camera hiding वाला हो गया. फिर you just put a cloth and you've changed your outfit, or snap ho gaya and you have become gayab. Correct? Anything of these kind of things can happen. So what do? You shoot it in 2 parts and then you edit it in such a way that it looks like it's one video. Fair enough? How do you do that now? Remember one thing, this is just a verbal a tip that I'm giving here. While shooting, okay, after you've shot, editing is the most important thing. Jitna aapka editing smooth hoga na, guys, like I told you all, I'm a self-taught person. I've done it khud se hi seekh ke, dekh ke that how can I excel in this, So of course, college mein we had a subject called e-commerce that time. But usme bhi we were not taught all about social media, of course, back then. Okay? So what I did was, when I tried to shoot it, it took me multiple time to get the right edit. So the trick which I understood is that if I'm doing this, okay, I have to ensure I stop here on my first edit. Fair enough? I have to stop here on my first edit. My second edit will be what? Ye easiest dikha rahi hu, but just for you all to understand. My second edit will be what? Now I've changed my clothes and I am going to keep. So while you all are shooting, you all have to keep doing the same action multiple times, of course, because then you all will edit it. Now, while I'm doing this with a new outfit that I've worn, I will start from here only. So the trick is what? कि मेरा वो end हो रहा है here और मेरा start हो रहा है ये भी यहाँ से. Nowhere should my background be visible. If I show my background, even this much, na guys, it might sound like a very simple tip that I'm giving you all. But if you all do that, no, the whole reel goes for a toss. You cannot. मतलब वो एक बोलते हैं ना फ्लॉलेस रील बनाना है. आज हम भी जब भी स्क्रॉल करते हैं, what are we doing? We are looking at more transition वाले reels. That's what gets us hooked, right? We don't want to look at reels which is monotonous, boring. Someone's just talking for 60 seconds, 30 seconds. No, but if it's, I'm sure Abhi Navratri is going on. So I actually came across this amazing reel today where they just turned around and they turned around in the whole Navratri outfit, Garba ke outfits mein. That's unique. People are walking. I mean, I wonder how do they even find the time to do this? They're just walking. Itna walk kiya usme ye outfit, itna walk kiya usme ye outfit, itna walk kiya usme ye outfit. How are they doing that? So they're shooting it multiple times, ensuring that your proximity of your camera and the person is that much. Very, very important. And your editing is in such a manner that she's left her hand from here and my second video will pick up the hand from here. You're getting it? So try to visualize and understand, okay, that's how my editing has to be. Very, very smooth it should be. Fair enough? Okay. So this is about, say, a reel that I have shot. I'm done. I've edited it also. How to edit it, I've shown you all here. Ye scissor pe jana hai. Okay, and I can ensure कि मुझे यहाँ से चाहिए या इतना ही चाहिए, जितना चाहिए, you can just elongate it and get it. Okay. Now let's say I say preview and I say okay. All right. I'm not going to post this one, of course, because a lot of clients also sometimes follow me on this account. So I'm going to pick up any video that I must have made. Okay. Let's say this one. So this is, of course, a square post wala, but let's just go ahead and post it for now. Needless to say, your reel has to be vertical only. Okay. Okay, although I'm using a square one for now just to show you all. Okay. Now, what do you do here? One very important thing is your reel cover. Now, why should you have a cover? Okay, you should have a cover to maintain your aesthetics of your account. Okay, if you ask me, being into social media, what is my dukan? My dukan is my Instagram account. ठीक है, अब अगर मैं उसको neat and clean नहीं रखूंगी, people will judge me on the basis of that, and they will not come to me if it's fully scattered with some big font, some horrible colors being used. Every week I use a new color. No, it's not going to be appealing for anyone who comes on my account to check me out. Okay, so what have I done is I've actually made it really appealing by using different kind of style feeds. So maybe we look at it tomorrow when we are doing Canva. But I've ensured I'm using skin and white, which are my brand colors. Okay? So I ensure my reel cover is also like that. Why? Because anyone who comes on my account is going to see it. And do not post your reel only to your reel feed. It has to go to your main feed also. The main feed has to look appealing. I'm not kidding. I've actually got so many opportunities only seeing my feed and how I've maintained it. So there was this whole doctors community who I've been in touch with, and the doctor who approached me saw me on Instagram. That's how we connected. And every time I go to the community and do a training, the first thing he does is he'll be like, Nirali, please aapka feed pehle screen pe keep it. I want to share with them how you're maintaining it. So what we might think as, अरे कुछ नहीं होता यार, likes देखो ये देखो, नहीं. Your designing is also important. Your aesthetics are also important. Okay. So pick up on what kind of feed are you going to do. We'll see that tomorrow, and accordingly make a cover. How do you do the cover? Add it from the gallery, like you can see at the bottom. So if I go on my gallery, the cover also has to be a vertical one. Okay. So like you can see this one. Maybe this one might not fit. Let me just pick up. Okay, let's say this one. Okay. So this is for a fashion boutique. I'm going to say done. This is how the cover is looking. All right. But what will I do instead is I'll go on crop profile image. Now this is how it's going to look on my profile. Do you think it looks good? Of course not. I need to adjust it. How will I adjust it? I'll simply drag it here at the bottom, and I'll ensure that the whole face and body is visible. If I don't want so much of it, I can even zoom in like this. So I can maintain my feed in this manner to ensure that whoever comes on my account doesn't feel कि अरे ये बहुत haphazard है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Fair enough. So that's how I can have my feed maintained. So say I think this much looks good, and I'll just say okay. So that becomes my square, how it's going to look on my feed. Okay? Of course, I write my caption here. Ensure, for me guys, social media has been a lot of trial and error to learn. How much ever classes you do, courses you do, till you don't delve into it. And trust me guys, social media is again very different for each category. समझ रहे हो? मतलब if you're doing it for a doctor, it's different. If you're doing it for a brand, it's different. If you're doing it for a service-based industry, it's different how people will respond to it. Now, when I say this, I'm actually telling you in terms of everything. Audience, reach, my ads ka money that I put in. So we all know there are sponsored ads. All of you all know that. Okay? Do you all know or no? You all know about sponsored ads?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what are sponsored ads? Someone has paid money to show you this ad in a layman's language. ठीक है, पहले के जमाने में न्यूज़पेपर में लोग पैम्फलेट्स डाल देते थे. Of course अभी भी करते हैं, but they don't know if that's your relevant audience. But today I can choose that this is my audience, and मुझे इसको ad दिखाना है. Correct? So when you run a sponsored ad, you're actually targeting your relevant audience. Correct? Okay. So what happens is, even on Reels, sponsored ad has started. It's been launched in India, but you can run it only from Facebook Ads Manager, which is a little complicated thing. It's not an easy thing. बहुत सारे ad के sects होते हैं, segments होते हैं. So everything responds differently. Okay. So while I run an ad for say a jewelry account, maybe my ad spends per week would be far more than what I spend for the women literacy account, the financial literacy account. Financial literacy is a very unique concept. People are drawing, to know more about it. You're seeing a lot of bloggers. If you've heard about Masoom Neenawala, being a very famous blogger, she's actually launched this whole new new account of hers called Empower. Her, Empower being HER at the end, Empower Her, okay, where she's talking a lot about financial literacy for women. Okay, so that's a very easy concept to sell right now. People are looking forward. So for me, giving you all an example to know the real insights of the industry, if I'm spending say 200 rupees a day, maybe I get 50 followers for the financial literacy account. Okay, but when I do the same for the jewelry designing account, maybe I just get 5-10 followers. It could differ. It depends. Trust me, it depends. You have to delve into it, do your own study, track your own thing, make sheets, and see what's working for you, what's not working for you. Okay? So the ticket size of a women literacy ka workshop will be what? Chalo 5,000, 7,000. Okay? Or say 1,000 rupees if it's a one-day workshop, whatever. But when I'm talking about a jewelry brand, jo jewelry बेच रहा है, उसका ticket size कितना होगा? It could be maybe 50,000, 1 lakh. तो उसका lead generation भी उतना ही expensive होगा. Okay, so while you're running ads, guys, of course there are different goals. One goal is reach, one goal is brand awareness, one goal is say lead generation. Lead generation क्या होता है? Where people are actually, have you all observed कि you get those forms to fill in the minute you click on it, and you submit your details there, which are auto filled. So it might just be properly filled, that Darshil Gangar, his number is also inserted, his email address is also inserted. He just has to click on submit. Okay, ऐसे ads देखे हैं where you just click on submit and people get access to your data. Okay,
Yes.
these are called lead generation ads, where the advertiser is paying for each lead. And how do they calculate it? कितने leads आए मुझे X amount में, that's my cost per lead. So if I'm spending 1,000 rupees for one day on a jewelry account, I might get 5 leads. What's my cost per lead? 200?
Yeah. 200.
200 rupees is my cost per lead. So this will vary and differ from each account to each account. Okay? So of course, lead gen ads are very expensive. Why are they expensive? Because the viewer is a hot lead. उसने खुद अपने डिटेल्स विलिंगली दिए है, मतलब वेरी हाई चांसेस कि कन्वर्ट हो सकता है, तो उसके एड स्पेंड्स भी ज्यादा होते हैं. ओके, बट अगेन डिपेंडिंग ऑन इंडस्ट्री टू इंडस्ट्री, कैटेगरी टू कैटेगरी व्हिच यू आर केटरिंग टू. फेयर इनफ? ओके, अभी व्हेन वी आर डूइंग आवर कैप्शंस, कमिंग बैक, sorry I go a little off because I want to share with you all a lot of personal information which I've gained through experience, so I hope this really helps you all. Okay, so just coming back to the captions, like someone shared at the beginning that ma'am, you people write watch till the end or read the caption. So like I told you all, वो views increase होते हैं, correct? So caption में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? One option that you make your caption short, it's okay, and let people just see your reel and move ahead. Second option is give them a lot of content inside the caption to read. They'll spend time there, your reel views get increased. Okay, and don't forget to mention that in your reel also, that read the caption. तो उससे क्या होगा? They'll actually go to read if they find it interesting, and you'll get an increase in your views. So वो हो गया related to your caption. Next is hashtags. Guys, hashtags has been a controversy for me from day one that I've got into social media. Okay, why do I say that? Now, I, of course, me also being a creator, manager, strategist, I also do a lot of research in understanding how hashtags work. Okay? What I do is, I have used same hashtags for multiple posts to see how it does. Okay, one. Second, what I did was, of course, people say that you have to see your followers कितने हैं. 1 million followers है, तो ये range के hashtags use करो. जो what are the views on this hashtag, what are the searches on this hashtag, and then use that hashtag. If I'm a 2K account, then maybe I can use smaller hashtags. Okay, we have to use a combination of hashtags, different types of hashtags. So it could be related to the industry, it could be related, example अब ये fashion वाला है, तो what she's worn उसके color पे डाल दो, fashion पे डाल दो, outfit पे डाल दो, geographical location if I want to talk about. We could use various such hashtags. Okay, simple words. What are hashtags? Hashtags are keywords which people insert to look up for some content that they want to see. Okay, so if I'm a dermat, what will I do? I will put up hashtags. So if I'm a dermat, what kind of research will people do? They'll put up dermatologist in Mumbai, in Dadar, in Bandra. I'll have to put Dadar, Bandra, dermatologist, skincare. You're getting it. Try to talk to the algorithm while you're making your hashtags. कि मुझे कैसे type के hashtags चाहिए. Okay. There are apps also.
Ma'am.
Which, yes, Shreya.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt,
No
but
problem.
I wanted to ask, what is the appropriate number of hashtags one should use on a reel or a post?
Sure. So honestly, again, that's become a controversy currently, if you ask me. Earlier, what did Instagram say? Rather, not what Instagram said, but what everyone said was that we should be using at least 30 hashtags which they allow. है ना? 30 hashtags तो use कर ही लो, दे रहा है option, तो फिर क्यों ना करो? Beach में it came that you should use ideally 15 to 22 hashtags is good enough. The latest thing that I've heard is use 3 to 4 hashtags. Okay. So what I would say is, with again with personal experience, what I've figured is your hashtag reach also depends on your content. Okay, so I've done a little research on this on my end only, and these are my findings of the research. When I use the same hashtags for different content, okay, different posts, but hashtag same hai. I'm saying of the same category. मतलब if I'm doing for mental health, तो मैंने mental health के ही client के साथ ये experiment किया है, where I've put up same hashtags, but my reach of the same hashtags is different. Now, why did that happen? Because of content. If my content is excellent, if my post is doing really well, मेरा hashtag का reach भी बढ़ जाता है. Okay, fair enough. So what I would, if you have to ask me that what is my take on this, my take will be experiment and see it for yourself of what is working for your account. Okay, I've actually put in a lot of effort in multiple accounts, and my conclusion was that hashtags se zyada I need to focus on my content. So if a client pushes me, like, guys, it's not easy, okay? When you are doing a business, okay, like today if I'm running an agency, I'm managing approximately 15 to 17 clients today, okay, right now. I have 15 to 17 bosses. That's what you have to take it as. Okay, job kar rahe ho, you have one boss, 7 p.m. ho gaya, shut your laptop, you're done for the day, nobody's going to call you again. While you're doing a business, guys, you have to be passionate, okay? It's a 24/7 job. You have to be available, right? And I literally have 15 to 17 bosses on my head who are constantly in touch with me, monitoring what I'm doing. So of course, now I'm like I told you, I'm a startup. So I'm ensuring that now I have one of my team members an account manager for 4 accounts. You're getting it. So it's a beautiful transition that I'm going through, and so much to learn, so much to grow. And this particular industry is such that it'll never be monotonous. Okay, if I have to do a 9 to 5 job और मुझे पता है चलो मुझे Excel पे ही करना है या कुछ creative रोज आके मुझे ads ही बनाने as a mass media student या मुझे campaigns ही run करना है. But when you have your own agency, I get to deal with so many different industries, and it's so amazing. I mean, I have to actually dive into it to do my bit of research. कि अच्छा अगर मैंने एक dermatologist को लिया है, so what are the things, who are the top dermats in this industry, what are they doing, what should I be doing, what are the different ideas that I can put up. So I think that's what I love about my job. You know, of course, everything has its own pros and cons, but this has kept me going, that I get to learn about new industries every time. Okay, so I hope this pushes you all also to have your own agencies moving forward, right? Okay, so we spoke about caption, we spoke about hashtags. Now just coming at the bottom, also share to feed always has to be on. तो ही अच्छा reach मिलेगा. If you keep this only to your reels feed ना, तो views कम आएंगे. It'll be less. Okay. Next is crop profile image, which I've already shown you all. Next is tag people. So tag people there's this new feature, if you all have observed, called invite collaborator. So if I have put out something, so I've actually done this with an account, which I'll show you all next, where there's this friend of mine, she's also a social media trainer. So what we did is we came together, collaborated, and made a post on how can you make these collaboration posts. See, our job is to educate our audience. Okay. So how do you do that? You just click invite a collaborator, look up for a user and send a request. Now, once that person accepts your request, it will be visible on your feed and that person's feed. Fair enough. With this, what happens is you get access to that person's followers also. ठीक है, क्योंकि दोनों बाजू this has gone up. Okay, so I'll show you all an example just in a few minutes, but invite a collaborator. So try to collaborate with more people. So it could be in the same industry or even complementary to your industry. Okay, so for example, if I am I'm a social media manager, who can I collaborate with? Other content creators or someone who's a Canva expert. You know, it could be complementary and we can come together, right? Okay. So that's about inviting a collaborator, or you can also tag brands. Okay. So a lot of people come and ask me that can we tag people? Abhi, see, if I'm a social media agency, maybe I want to tag big brands like Social Samosa, Social Media Dissect, you know, Marketing Social, jo bhi hai, bade brands. How right is it to tag them? Okay, let's talk about that. Kabhi, okay, you know. But otherwise, what will happen is if after a point of time, they might start blocking you, reporting your account. And again, Instagram is very, very particular about this. And again, your reach goes low if you do this. So don't get into this whole thing of, you know, I'll tag them and they'll come and see it and stuff. So I do it. Even I use it to market myself, but I use it for to ensure that kuch bahut innovative hai, like, you know, some like you know, I made a meme on Met Gala ka event. So that's when I tag them. So in case they want to reshare, because they do share other people's content. That's it. Okay, so that's about tagging people. Next is renaming your audio. This is a new feature which has been introduced by Reels, where you can rename your audio and put it up. Okay, you never know, your audio might get viral. People might start saving it and, you know, using it. All right. And share and save draft. Of course, I've already shared with you all about the cons of saving it as a draft. Don't make that mistake. Download it. It's much better. Okay. Another way of adding the cover from directly from here is okay. So you just scroll through this, and this is a Halloween ka invite. Okay. So maybe I can have this as my cover picture, or I can have, you know, maybe something like this as my cover picture. So you can pick it up from the video itself. Okay. Not sure if you all knew about it or it's new, but I just feel I want to cover from scratch so that we're all on the same page. In case any one of us don't know something, it's okay. We're all here to learn, right? Okay. So that's about, you know, how are you going to do your end-to-end things on Instagram itself. Okay. Now, a few hacks that I'd like to share with you all is, how do you increase your views? Okay, all of us want to increase our views, right? So how do you increase your views? And what I do is very, very important. Keep sharing your reels to your stories. What is your stories का conversion? पहले मुझे वो बताओ कि एक story डाला, मेरे समझो 1000 followers है. How many views do you have on your stories? Have you all ever observed and tried to see your traction? कितना होता है?
Roughly around 100.
200, 300.
Okay, I would say that you all are saying actually a lot. Okay, why? Because again, it ranges between 2 to 5%, kabhi 10% of your followers. Okay, when I started my account, guys, honestly, this would be astonishing, but I started social media as my business 6 years ago. Okay, but I started this account just 1.5 years ago when this whole pandemic happened. Tab jaake I started paying attention to it. Okay. So when I started putting up my posts and then adding them to stories, I would get views approximately 20 views also, with say, you know, about 200, 500 followers. Okay. Slowly, your views start increasing when your followers increase. Currently, I can tell you with 2.5K, I get approximately 150, 200 views. Okay. Approximately, I'm telling you. Aggregate. But when my stories do extremely well, I even get 600 views. 600 is the max that I've got till now. Imagine, for 2.5K followers, 600 views is the max that I've got till now. Okay? So, which means that not everybody sees my story. Or, my story is not shown to everybody. Same funda, which I told you all earlier, if your story is engaging, people will spend more time, Instagram will push it more. So why do you think people encourage that stories में polls डालो, questions डालो, ये करो? Why? Because they'll spend more time in responding to it. Fair enough, guys? Okay. Now, when you are adding your reel to your story, we need to do it in innovative ways, guys. अभी सीधा डाल दिया, फिर कुछ GIF we put up and we say new reel, tap on it to view it. Old school way. Let's rise above it. Okay, what are we going to do? Maybe we'll add it and we'll put up a poll there. That do you want to know how can you manage your finance effectively? Do you know how can you make your career? I don't know if you all are following this account called the Youth Brigade. Okay, that's an amazing account where she's maybe of your age, and she's guiding people who are maybe graduates and who want to do their masters and stuff. Okay, so she's putting up amazing content there and very nicely sharing it on her stories also. So put up such things that if you want to make your career in this, whatever brand you're managing or whatever account you're managing, make it into polls even while you all are sharing your reels. But a secret hack that I'll share with you all is you all can add your reel to your story, hide it with something. Okay, hide it with something where people are going to spend time to view it, so they don't know that you've hidden a reel behind this. But while viewing that story, reel views keep increasing. Okay, so let me do a demo for y'all and show y'all. I'm going to go on my own account right now. I go to the reel feed. Okay, this is how do you make reel covers. I went on this. I say add reel to your story. Okay. Now what I do this, I'm going to make this really tiny and small. I'll go and add an image from here. Now I'll try to add an image which is appealing. Okay? So of late I just put up this one in which I said we are hiring. इसके background में वो चल रहा है. Now by the time people read this, even if they spend 3 seconds on this story, now my reel will get 1 view ka count. Okay, so this is a secret hack which not many people know, but there are 2 cons in this. Okay, one, don't forget to mute your audio. नहीं तो वो music चला जाएगा and they will know पीछे reel is hidden. So can you see यहाँ पे I'm muting my audio on the top left hand side corner. Yeah, so audio mute हो गया. Now nobody knows इसके पीछे क्या है. But when I put it up now, do you get this option at the bottom? थोड़ा सा top पे second line पे that watch full reel. You know that this thing which comes watch full reel that will come. Now not many people actually see that, but I hope you all are understanding what I'm saying. Did you all get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try this.
मेरे को नहीं समझा. Can you go 2 sentences before?
Sure. So basically what I did was, पहले तो मैंने add reel to story कर दिया. Okay, I've minimized it, I've made it really tiny, hidden it behind. Now I'm putting up something which is completely off, nothing related to the reel, but I'm putting it up here where people will spend at least 3 seconds to see this. You all won't believe what I've done is I've actually put up these memes there, and I've put up a sticker. Do you all agree? Or I've put up that reaction sticker, or that slider there. So what happens is they spend some time in reading it. उसमें मेरा 1 view gets counted. Getting it? 2 cons to it. What do? मतलब 2 things to pay attention honestly. Audio off रखना, नहीं तो people will get to know कि यार ये sound कहाँ से आ रहा है. 1. Second is when you'll post it, वो नीचे थोड़ा दिखेगा watch full reel, but it's okay. Alright? Not necessary everyone looks at it with so much attention, but at least your reel view counts keep on increasing. Everybody with me? Are you all following? Yes?
Okay.
Now why did I share this with you all? How many times will you all be able to share एक का एक reel? ठीक है, एक बार reel share कर दिया, you'll put it up. Second time also you've shared a reel, so first time you'll say, did you watch this? Don't miss out on this. Second time maybe you'll put up a poll. Do you want to know how can you manage your investments? Watch this now. Yes, no, watch this now. हो गया? How will you keep sharing it? I'm showing you all multiple ways on how will you all share it on your story. Okay. One way which I just showed you all is this. Second is do a reel recap every week. Okay. What I do is let's round up the reels for you that we posted this week. So if I posted 3 to 4 reels for a client in the whole week, I share all those reels again and I tell them, hope you've not missed this one. Again, I'm pushing it. See, you have to put in efforts to thoda push your reels. Got it? So reel recap हो गया, hiding it behind हो गया, polls हो गया, as well as normal what you add to your story, watch now, tap here to watch, वो सब हो गया. Correct? Okay. Now different ways and how are you going to actually ensure that it looks more appealing also. Now हम generally क्या करते हैं? We put it up like this. What you can also do is just slide it here, put up your question. Want to know how to create reel covers inside Instagram. Okay, and I've put a poll here. Even for polls, try to use emojis also. See, it will depend from your brand to brand. Don't only put yes, no. Use emojis. Say, I'll take this, I'll pass this, you know. So I'll say, oh yes. I'll say not really. Okay. And now what I'll do is I'll use this and I'll make an arrow here. When you click on this, you can actually make an arrow. I'll reduce my thickness and I'll simply make it like this. Got it? I can also hide it with a reel cover. Okay, so I'll simply go here and I'll go on the plus image, plus sign. And let's say this is my reel cover for now. Okay, I'm just picking up anything randomly and I'll hide it like this. So they can't view my reel, but at the same time, they'll tap on it. So try to use different ways in which you can add it to your story. So don't underestimate the power of stories also. Fair enough, guys. So this is one more way in which you can. ये सब नहीं करना है. What else can you do? You can cover it completely like this. Okay. And put up whatever you want to on top of this. You can even make it like this. Half, show it half. Just playing with the size and the dimensions like this and get them curious to tap on it. Okay. And you can also hide it with your cover here and ask them to tap on the cover. Okay. So these are a few ways in which you can increase the reel views also. Fonts and all I'm not getting into. I'm assuming you'll already know fonts of how do you put up your text and how do you change fonts, how do you animate your fonts and everything you all must be knowing already. So not getting into that. But I hope you all understood on how can you use reels, how do you do transitions. We saw a little bit today, but of course you're going to see in a lot more detail right now. And like I promised you all, I'll show you all that particular post on my account which I've done, which was in association with a collaborator. Okay, one more thing, guys, just while we do this, very important is be the first one to follow the trend. I'm not saying literally we'll be the first one, but I'll tell you how it's helped me. Okay. So there was this, I woke up to the news that Instagram Reels ko insights mila hai, which was not the case earlier. Okay. Insights was available only for your feed. You didn't have insights for your Reels. So that morning I woke up and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I have to bank upon it. I immediately called up my graphic designer and I told her I want a post on this by 11 a.m. She quickly made it and I was first amongst the creators in my industry to put it up as a post. So see, my account has a mix of people. One is who will be entrepreneurs who want to learn how to manage their account, and one will be already social media managers who want to draw inspiration from. Okay. What happened was approximately 20 to 25 people reshared that particular post on their account who were social media managers themselves. So they didn't get the time to create it, but they immediately shared what I had made. You're getting what I'm saying? So something that's trending, be the first one to go there and put out something, and people will actually not only follow up and share what you're doing, but ye jo sharing on their stories hai, so I didn't have to pay a penny. I didn't have to force them to do anything, but since they also wanted to educate their audience about it, they reshared it. With that, I got so many new followers. I actually reached the explore page. Okay. So yeah, that's another, tip that I'd like to give you all. Okay. Now, yeah, this one. So did you explore this Instagram feature for collaboration? That's what I was telling you. So this is not only for posts, but also for reels. where I can have one more person tagged in it. So this is between Mystic Folks Media and Social Media Training Hub. How do you do this? You want to know how to use this feature? It's very easy. I've explained in a very basic manner. So you can go through this once we are done with the session also. What I want to show you all is now Social Media Training Hub has 12.9k followers. So this added as a benefit to me. Okay, so try to collaborate with someone close to you or with a bigger number. And see, it's right here on her feed also. So this is a common thing which is on my feed and on her feed. All comments we both can reply to, and it showcases both ends. Plus, I can run an ad on this. So everything is common here. Same number of likes, same number of comments, same number of saves, everything. Fair enough? Got it? So this was the feature that I was talking about. And of course, that person needs to accept your request. Huh? I will send it to anybody and I'll expect them to accept it. So only that person accepts your request, it goes on their feed and on your feed. Okay. And lastly, okay, this is the Met Gala thing that I was talking about. Okay. Again, this got me good traction where we were talking about, followers when I don't post 2 days in a row, me running away from last moment edits, me hiding from clients who ask me for a free service, me when client asks for 3 posts a day, my brain after thinking for content of a new post, right? And my own social media account. This is my true story, guys. You all must be wondering, she has her own agency, followers to sif 2.5k hai. But trust me, guys, I don't get time to work on my own account. Very erratic, not consistent at all. This is the last space that I can cater to because I'm busy managing the other accounts, So ye thoda last mein chala jata hai. So my own social media account while I handle 15 others, So the minute I put this out, I did it for all my clients and they got amazing traction. So bank on your memes also, right? So one more last meme I'll share with you all is this one. Is not funny, just for a good laugh before we end the session. That expecting 10k followers in a month is not funny, all right? Taking a week for approval, this is story of everyone's life, is not funny. Last minute edits, guys. 11:30 is my posting time. Okay? People say scheduler use karo. How do you use a scheduler when your clients are giving you last moment edits? मतलब live चला जाता है फिर बोलते हैं let's do this now. So yeah, these are the challenges. Asking 5 services at the cost of 1, where they don't understand video is different and a static post is different. They expect कि video, अच्छा post का पैसा दिया है तो you can make a video also out of it, right? Asking for services at 2 a.m. Yes, this also happens, right? And what we are going to learn in Reels is, guys, tomorrow in the session, what we're going to do is, trust me, editing Reels could people charge from 500 rupees to 1000 to 2000 to 5000 also. So it depends on your creativity, the way you are going to create transitions. So it's a good way to even earn an extra buck, I would say, I mean, what I've really, really understood is, till you don't get your hands onto the industry now, it's very different otherwise. जो हम पढ़ते हैं, but of course we have colleges which are providing us hands-on training. But till you don't do it by yourself as an account manager or as someone, as an ads manager, or like you don't have a project for yourself, you will not know how it's going to be in the industry. So take it up as a literal thing. And what I would suggest is, if that's okay, Shruti, if we can give them an assignment, pick up any one brand, or even for yourself, however, pick up one brand or anything, come up with at least 5 real ideas of what are you going to do. Okay, and make at least 1 reel till tomorrow. I'm not expecting you all to create some extraordinary things, but at least put your head into it. See, guys, we're going to meet over a period of 2 days. Let's make the most of it, take an advantage of it. I've been on the other side, so I know how boring it can be to just keep listening to somebody all the time. So I want it to be interactive. Okay, I want to connect with each one of you all and ensure that you'll get the maximum benefit out of the 2 days that we're going to meet. So try prepare a reel. We all can review it also if possible. I'll speak to the student council and see how we can connect and ensure that I can provide a feedback to each one of y'all. Cross learning helps, guys. Really, I conduct workshops where we have 70 participants, 100 participants, and we all submit what we did throughout the day at night. And there's so much of cross learning where we get to know what others are thinking and we didn't, and others get inspiration from what we did. So it will really help. And maybe on whatever we've discussed today, I know maybe we didn't get deeply into transitions, which we will tomorrow, and how are we going to use Canva and ensure we enhance our reels, So I hope this was a good overview on how it is. I'm also sharing a lot of insights of my profession in case this appeals to you, for you all to start and earn an extra buck while you all do it. It will help.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for patiently listening.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.